I'm back. I feel like the shirts say finally Justin has come back to the Tree of Woe show. But it doesn't. It says finally Rock's come back to WrestleMania 28. It's on the back. It's a play on shit. Yeah, you gotta see the back. It's all the time. But no, seriously. WrestleMania. It's in the past now. I understand it's in the rear view. Stuff's happened since then. I was there. If you didn't know, surprise. And if you did, there you go. But I said I would talk about the week leading up to it being there, since I was there pretty much all week during WrestleMania week, along with the actual show, just kind of what it was like to be there for the matches. So I have a pretty good grasp on what the fans were, So I said I'd do it. So here I am. Jake did the review, so it's not going to be as much of a review as just kind of my thoughts and like kind of what it was like to be live, not like, oh, you already know who won everything. And then Jake did Raw, so I'm not really going to touch on Raw. But since I didn't get a touch on Raw, Brock Lesnar is back. That was my surprise from pretend like this was just barely. But yeah, Brock is back. It's incredible. Big love Brock Lesnar. Respect that he's coming back after all the crap he's been through with his health and stuff. So that's awesome to see him back. And wrestling is in full swing right now. But let's get into the week that was. We left the great state of Utah on Wednesday, and you knew this week was going to be wild from the get-go. If you follow me on Twitter, you probably know, or Facebook, friends with me on Facebook, you already know the story, but our flight was from Salt Lake to Dallas to Miami. And we stop in Dallas, and we're way late getting on the plane. We're like one of the last people to board. So we get on, we're like rolling through first class, like the very last row of first class. There's this blonde chick, and this blonde chick she's hot. And I'm like, okay. But the dude she's sitting with just kind of has his head down. So of course I'm like, okay, I'm looking at this girl. And about halfway through I look and I'm like, that's Michelle McCool. And I'm like, that's so cool. Michelle McCool's on my airplane. And then it clicked. Wait, who's Michelle McCool married to? Look down, look up, look down. Tattoos. Hat on. Why is this dude trying to hide his face? Light bulb. Michelle McCool is married to the freaking Undertaker. I look back. My mother, walking on the aisle behind me, realizes at the same time I do. Look at each other. We're riding on an airplane to WrestleMania with The Undertaker and Michelle McCool. This is what horror movies are made of. My inner 12-year-old was peeing all over my pants. You don't ride airplanes with The Undertaker. That's straight out of movies that never end well. Snakes on a plane, Undertaker on a plane. So we're on an airplane with The Undertaker for 2.5 hours, whatever. So I'm back, business class. Sorry, Tree of Woe show doesn't quite pay the first class style of money, but so yeah. So of course I'm back there watching Undertaker Shawn Michaels WrestleMania 25 match on my Shawn Michaels DVD, just drinking it in that this dude is right up there. So we land. Obviously first class gets off first, so we're thinking there's no chance we're gonna catch up to him, and I'm just crying inside. So we book it as fast as we can down to baggage claim, and he's just standing there waiting for his bags. I'm like, no. And there was all these people. A bunch of people obviously got like some inside scoop because there was like 15 kids with like stuff trying to get him to sign. They knew exactly the baggage claim, right where to be, the airline and everything. So obviously they figured it out somehow. So they're waiting there, and I walk up to Undertaker, and they're all talking to him, bugging him for autographs. He's like, hey, I can't, I gotta leave. And obviously he wasn't gonna like pose for pictures. It's the Undertaker. He's trying to hide, obviously, if he started WrestleMania, his hair. No, he didn't want to give away the whole thing with his hair. So he just kind of had a hood on, booging it out. But I did give him a pat on the shoulder. Hey, nice to meet you, sir. Because that's all I could think to say, because it's the Undertaker. Yeah. I don't know if this webcam is kind of like tripping out. It's like, so I don't know if it's going to show up in the video, but it's bugging me right now. But we'll get through it. So yeah, starts off. Oh, and then the kids are like walking up to me. Oh, did you know that he was coming here too? How'd you know? I'm like, dude, I just rolled up on the plane with it. This was not planned at all. So they were all excited. We got to see Undertaker. I don't know. There's not the odds of ever meeting him are not high. So at least I took some pictures of him like walking away because obviously he wasn't going to pose for pictures. He was getting out of there. And I think Michelle McCool's pregnant. Just saying. So that's the way we started off. So I knew things were going to be wild this week. So then that was Wednesday night. Thursday during the day, we were just kind of chilling. You know, I was trying to watch like the WrestleMania press conference I missed on Wednesday, which was at a couple hotels down, but I don't know where I don't know what hotel they actually stayed at, but I think it was pretty close to ours because travel agent parents get very nice hotels. So we were in a very nice hotel district. But yeah, so Thursday night we ended up going to Axxess. This was the whole thing where I was supposed to meet CM Punk and all that stuff, but it all fell through. But it's okay. It wasn't okay at this time. I was very frustrated. But in the end, it ended up okay. So we went to Axxess the first Thursday night. Did a lot of cool stuff. Met We Hate Cena guy. You know, the dude with the We Hate Cena shirt. He's like at every show. They had like a Money in the Bank thing where you could climb the ladder and try to grab the briefcase. And they take your picture. Little tattoos. My tattoos are just now coming off. Those things were die hard. They had the Rock Zone and Cena Zone, and in the Rock Zone it was just kind of like a bunch of memorabilia from like his old like the Bull Championship, all his old football stuff from University of Miami, like stuff from all his movies, like the Game Plan, Tooth Fairy, G.I. Joe stuff's already in there, all those movies. You know what I'm talking about. His guitar and all that stuff, plus all the titles. And then Cena's had like a rap booth where you could go in there and rap his theme song. Unbeknownst to me, they're like, hey, I'm in all rock stuff. Whatever. I'm like, I hate John Cena. They're like, oh no, just come rap. It'll be cool. So I'm like, whatever. There's no one in line. I'll do it. So it's like a full-on studio. You got your headphones and the mic and everything, and the words to Time Is Now comes up. And I'm thinking, okay, obviously I'm just gonna rap this. They put it on like a card, like everything else, and they get it and I can take it home. Little did I know that the speaker goes to the whole place. So I'm in there getting down, rapping, yo, my time is up, my time is now. I might have a shot chicken. And I'm like, oh man, these people are feeling it. Because I'm dancing. I'm like, oh, okay, they're just feeling my dance. I did not know it was a loudspeaker to everywhere until I got out of the booth and everyone starts clapping like, oh yeah. I was like, oh jeez. So that was stupid, but I have that, so I might post that somehow, the sound file. But so they had that kind of stuff. They had the Undertaker's graveyard. I have pictures from all this. So basically, what I might do is, if you remember when I went to Disneyland, I made that Disneyland video. I might do it kind of like that, where I put all these WrestleMania because there's so many pictures, videos and pictures. So I might try to put those up, make a video set to Wild Ones again because that's the only song in the world. But no, what else do they have going on there? And then obviously you get to meet all the people. Thursday, the VIP ones were CM Punk and Edge. So basically what they do is they have signing for like general admission. So like Daniel Bryan was there, general admission, Wade Barrett, all those kind of guys. And then the VIP, you had to have like $100 and whatever extra dollar ticket. So we were supposed to meet CM Punk, but it didn't work. But it'll happen later. Don't worry. But basically I walked up to the Punk thing and I just kind of stood at the barricade while he was there and took some pictures. And all of a sudden this dude comes through just yelling at CM Punk for he was pissed at something. CM Punk jumps off the stage, rolls to the barricade, ends up right by me. So if you've seen my Facebook profile picture, it's me and CM Punk chilling there looking at this dude. CM Punk was going off on this guy. It was hilarious. So I ended up getting very close to CM Punk. And, and they were signing pictures. And we didn't get an autograph, obviously, because we didn't meet him. But once CM Punk was walking off, we were just like, hey, can we get one of those pictures? And then one of his representatives was like, sure. Like, just a picture. Like $5 to buy it. So he just handed it to us for free. Like, that's dope. Oh. We'll save this because that's on not until a different day, but yeah. So you got this, and then that one. So I did the Money in the Bank thing. I met AJ. AJ's hot. Oh my gosh, Mr. Parkin. I'm telling you, much respect for your love of AJ because I have a picture with AJ. I didn't really meet. Basically, what happened was I knew that on Sunday I was going to meet more people, so I didn't want to stand in lines. I basically did all the stuff. Like Undertaker's graveyard was sick. had like the tombstones of all the people he's beaten, and then an empty one with like Triple H question mark and his chair from his Titantron and the cross. It was a bunch of stuff. That place was way cool. So the first day I was more just walking around trying to take in all the activities more so than I almost auditioned for the Marine 3, but I was not trying to do that, especially now that Randy Orton's not in it. But yeah. What else? Is it Money in the Bank tattoos, autographs? Oh, you could do your own entrance. There was live matches. I saw a bunch of FCW dudes. I saw Camacho on my phone. Is video of Camacho coming out with me saying, "Hey, Trinity of Camacho," I'm just freaking out, and everyone just looking at me, what the hell is this dude? I got recognized from YouTube by 2 people. I'm cool with that. That's way more than 0. But yeah. So it was hilarious. But they weren't there during the Camacho thing, so all these people were like, I don't know what this dude's doing. But yeah, so that day I only met AJ. Like I said, because I was trying to get all the other stuff done. And I can't think. I know there's so many more like things that were going on, but I can't think right now. So we'll move on. So Thursday that was that. Friday we did nothing wrestling related. There was axxess going on with Cena and Triple H, so that was just nuts. But we just we went to the beach, got sunburns on sunburns. Screw that. And yeah, just kind of did a day of Miami, just walking around. It was so weird. It was like the greatest. It was all Heat jerseys or wrestling shirts, which is fine with me because that's my zone right there. Those are my people. Like it'd be like LeBron jersey, LeBron. But the first thing I noticed, and I'm sure you could tell, like it was a mixed reaction for Cena. It wasn't like Money in the Bank. A lot of people like Cena. Like I was getting nervous. The first couple days, it was all Cena shirts. Like I was like, whoa. But it's Cena, so obviously he's got his diehard dude people. But yeah, so Friday was just kind of a chilling day. Saturday we ended up going to a casino. I couldn't do anything because I'm not 21 yet. April 25th. Mark it in your calendars. Mark it in your hearts. 21 years old. But yeah, so I couldn't really do anything. But we went and ate at like a Hooters there and watched the Final Four game and all that jazz. So then Saturday. Oh, and then okay. So Sunday, day of WrestleMania. Wake up in the morning feeling like P Diddy. But no, we wake up. We went to the 8 a.m. axxess thing, and we're standing in line. And if you remember the video, there was the dude that works for WWE. I'm not gonna say his name or anything, so I don't want to get him in trouble or what. I don't know how it works, but we met a dude that works for WWE, and apparently he's much more important than we thought. Because at first I was like, okay, we're probably gonna do whatever, but yeah. So we roll through, and we're standing in line to get tickets or whatever, and he pulls up in his car because he was on a cruise. Basically, he's the Rock of doctors. He missed all the crap and shows up for the WrestleMania. He's on a cruise, but he rolls up and he's like, "Hey, what are you guys doing in line?" We're like, "Buying tickets." And he's like, "No, come with me." Shows the dude the pass. These guys are with me. No tickets. We just roll in. I'm like, okay. So the first thing we do, we walk up. We're in line for Dolph. The line's like literally like an hour, and they're like, "You might not get to meet Dolph if you're at the end of the line." So of course this dude says, "Well, okay, screw the line." So we roll through, go right up on stage, meet Vicky and Dolph. Dolph wearing a Britney Spears shirt. So I got Dolph's autograph somewhere, and this is the program and all that fun stuff. But I got a picture with Dolph and got right there. I got Dolph and Vicky's autograph on that. You probably can't see it. It's on his face. But yeah, so we rolled through it. All of a sudden, they knew him. Like I realized he was like an important guy when Dolph's like, "Oh hey man," and he's like best friend. I was like, "Oh geez, this is gonna be way too crazy." Because I was like, just because he works for him doesn't mean he knows the guys or can do anything. Boy, could he do things. So we meet Dolph. We're walking around, and all of a sudden he's like, "Hey, Sheamus is doing the VIP thing. You want to go meet Sheamus or whatever?" I was like, sure. I'm like, these people paid. So then I was a nice guy. I'm like, these people paid like $150 extra to meet Sheamus. I'm not gonna butt the line or anything stupid. It's fine. So he goes, "Okay, wait here." Rolls up there, comes back with this. To Justin Peck, Sheamus. I'm like, what the heck is going on here? So this dude just rolls through and says, "Hey, Sheamus, sign this. I know this guy is my friend Justin Peck. Sign this to him." I was gonna make him do it out to Jake for obvious reasons, but I mean, of course, I'm not a big Sheamus fan, but that's still cool. I don't like Cena, but if I had the chance to meet Cena, I think you'd all meet him too. But so that was cool. I was like, man, thanks, man. And all of a sudden he's like, it's kind of crowded in here. You want to go backstage? I was like, no, I don't want to go backstage at Axxess. I'm thinking, man, if this would have been the Thursday day while Punk was here, then great. But we'll figure that out later. So we go backstage. He's like, just stand in the green room, and I'll bring some guys back. All right. So first he brought back Wade Barrett. We talked to Wade Barrett for like 10 minutes about his shoulder and how he's getting better, but he's not quite there. Talked to him about a bunch of stuff. Got a picture with him. I didn't get any autographs backstage. I wasn't trying to be that fan. So I just got pictures with him. I like pictures more anyway. Because anyone can forge a signature. I don't know why I'm losing my voice. Probably because I was yelling so much on Sunday. But oh, and all these pictures are on this camera, and we don't know where the camera cord is to put them on the computer, so I can't even make the video of all my pictures from the trip until we find a way to get them on the computer. So, but look forward to that. So the first one we met was Wade Barrett. I'll see if I can hold the screen up to this thing. I don't know if I can because it's kind of okay. I don't know if you can see this, but there's me and Wade Barrett. Talked to him for like 10 minutes. There's me and Regal. This is all backstage. This is very exclusive. Me and Big Show, very big. But he was one of the VIP ones also. So all those people paid like $130 to meet him for like 2 seconds. Get his autograph, and then you have to leave. I got to just meet this dude and talk to him for like 15 minutes backstage. Just because. So he's a cool guy. Like I don't like the Big Show, but when you meet a guy, it's cool. Ted DiBiase, he was my favorite guy to meet. We talked for like 30 minutes. He's asking me what I think is going to happen. We talked about the Undertaker Triple H match forever, Rock Cena, why he wanted Cena to win, but he understands why I want The Rock to win, and the fan, all this stuff. And he's asking me my opinion on stuff. He follows the Tree of Woe show on Twitter now, so we're followed by Ted DiBiase. So shout out to him. My mom loved Ted DiBiase. A, because she thought he was hot. B, because all these guys were way nice guys too. That's what's awesome. Oh, and there's me and Dolph, sorry. But yeah, all these guys were way nice. They took the time out to talk to us forever. DiBiase talked to us for the longest time. He was talking about how he has a kid on the way, so that's awesome. He has his first kid on the way. His ankle, he hurt his ankle from jumping off, all that kind of stuff. Just talked to him for a long time. Ended up being a Twitter follower, so good for Ted DiBiase. So then after we went backstage, we went out, and there's an access ring that you're only supposed to get to for VIP. But of course, this dude has the VIP all access pass. He's like, just go in there. And we like front row by the ring. So there was Lita was there talking. So we saw Lita. And there was like an FCW Divas match. It was the two chicks from Tough Enough. Evilise and I don't remember her name, but yeah, they were there. And then to make Jake very happy, Seth Rollins. There's me with my Wrestlemania shirt, getting a high five for Seth Rollins. He was up in our grill. So yeah, all you FCW dudes, Seth Rollins won me over. He's dope. And then we went backstage again, and it was kind of clearing out at this point because it was the day of, so everyone was leaving. But that's Vicky Guerrero's daughter. She's an FCW wrestler. And then we go back out, and of course they're like, "Hey, get a picture with this guy. He's helped us out today." I was like, "Oh, of course." So I got a picture with the dude, but of course he says, "No, let's get in the ring." Okay, so I hop up in the ring, and this lady that's running is all pissed off, like, "You're not supposed to be in there." Dude just shows us the VIP, like, "Yeah, get out of here, chick." So yeah, we got a picture in the ring. Got to go in the ring, run the ropes. Didn't really run the ropes, but. And then, of course, you want to go up on stage? Absolutely. So I went up on the entrance stage. You can't really see it, but doing the Punk pose, yelling at Glover down, then hitting the Orton pose on the ramp that all the dudes are coming out. But yeah, I'll post these pictures on there. So yeah, we got to meet all those dudes. It was awesome. And he tried so hard to let us meet CM Punk because this dude apparently is like best. He's like, "Oh, I golf with John Cena all the time. Me and Miz are tight. I'm from Chicago. Punk's from Chicago. It's not like you'll never meet him. It's gonna be easy. We'll set something up. So if we get to go to Extreme Rules, that'll be where it happens. Or just next time they come to Salt Lake, because this dude travels with him. He was here when we were at the live event. I wish we would have known him back then, but yeah. So that was axxess. So then it was time to boogie back on to the hotel because it was like 3 hours till WrestleMania. So we booked it back, got our tickets, and got over there. Got to WrestleMania, leading into the arena, walking into the arena. Yes, 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 yes. Everybody with the yes chant. That's when I knew, okay, this is going to be ridiculous. The crowd was nuts. Everyone was just having a good time. Like when you guys obviously didn't see it, but when they're like, we will be going live and whatever. And when they rang the bell for the first time for like the show to start, and when the warning, this is do not copy this. And then when the WWE signature started playing, oh my, the place erupted. It was so wild. I can't even explain how loud it was during all that. See, I'll post a bunch of pictures from that. And now we get into the actual. I'm so sorry about my voice. It's ridiculous. I can't talk.com because I was cheering too loud. But what am I trying to say here? All right, let's get into the actual WrestleMania review portion of this. So I'll do a timestamp. So right now, 21, whatever. But first match, Sheamus versus Daniel Bryan. Much controversy. Daniel Bryan was over. I don't know if it's so much Daniel Bryan that's over as much as his chant, but either way, it was awesome. People are chanting yes. Obviously, match starts. Sheamus, boom, bro kick, 1, 2, 3, 18 seconds in. The crowd popped so loud when Sheamus won. Maybe it was just like a shock value. It was like, what? What? It was more of like a confused, like people were excited though. That's the thing. Popped, like I don't like Sheamus. I popped up like, yeah, let's go. Like all excited. And then, so everyone excited. That's what's hilarious. Everyone popped initially. And then as you heard as the show went on, they kind of realized, we really like that as much as it was for the surprise. And you heard the Daniel Bryan chants and all that. So this match, nothing more to really talk about this. It was what it was. And then after, so that was the first match. And after that, so Sheamus won. Then we got Randy Orton versus Kane. Kane got a pretty good pop. Randy Orton got an enormous pop. I have it on, trust me, I filmed all the entrances on my phone. It was nuts. Orton got a huge pop. Match was whatever, I was shocked that Orton lost. Clean. No nonsense. No interference. Kane just beat him. Orton kept going for the RKO. Couldn't get it. Kane ended up hitting the choke slam off the top rope. 1, 2, 3. Kane wins. The crowd was legitimately shocked, I feel like. At least around me, everyone was kind of confused. I saw Orton winning. Oh, by the way, I went 7 out of 8 on my WrestleMania picks. I got everything right except this match. You're welcome, America. But yeah, so I wouldn't call it a bad match. The crowd was kind of not into this. There was Daniel Bryan chants, yes chants. We hate palm trees. Palm trees suck. Because if you saw the stage, there were those big palm trees that were like holding up the canopy thing or whatever it's called. And there was sides, like the seats right here and the seats right here. Couldn't even see because those huge palm trees were in the way. So we got many anti-palm trees chants during this. And Daniel Bryan chants and yes chants. Hilarious. So yeah, Kane wins. I don't have notes. I'm just trying to remember the matches by the picture that I took. After the Randy Orton Kane match, it was Cody Rhodes versus the Big Show. Cody comes out. It shows the whole video of what he's been talking about the Big Show, like all these embarrassing moments, blah blah blah. You couldn't really this match. Big Show got the bigger reaction, obviously, but it just wasn't really. I don't know. The crowd just didn't really care. I don't feel like they're just kind of like whatever. It's here, but not a bad match. I wasn't as mad as when you're there. I don't know. I'll explain, but like I feel like if I was watching at home, I'd have been upset. Not really, because I think they're gonna Cody's gonna be going for the world title now, so whatever. Wasn't really mad that Big Show won like I thought I would be, but it was cool. It was a cool moment. He was all sad and crying. Maybe it was because I met him earlier in the day. I was like, yeah, high fives. But so yeah, he had that match, and then oh man. Now I know I've heard people have different opinions on this match, and some people didn't like this match. Okay, just Jake didn't like this match. Yeah, because if it's not Daniel Bryan or CM Punk, it's not. Because he was not looking forward to Rock Cena or Undertaker Triple H. He was just looking forward to those two matches. He was angry because WrestleMania sucks, except for the ROH guys. But yeah, not really. I've not really heard anybody that didn't like this match except Jake. But being there live, I can't even explain. This is the only my phone was pretty much off the whole show because I was trying to take it in. I had to tweet. If you follow me on Twitter, I was emotional during this. During Triple H's entrance, it was like whatever. I don't. But when Undertaker's entrance hit and the fire coming up and just everything, it's oh man, my whole childhood just going crazy. Like this could be it. This could be the final entrance. Plus the mixture of he could lose here tonight, and the reaction of this crowd is going to be ridiculous. Because let me see if you can. I don't know if I can post these on because of the copyright stuff, like the videos I took. But let me just try this real quick. I have recorded when Undertaker's gong hits the reaction of the fans. I mean, Triple H got a loud reaction. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to hate on Triple H, but the Undertaker, let me see if this is it. Just listen to this. See how that got louder? It was ridiculous. Undertaker's pop was out of this world. I know on the video, Jake said that, I can't remember who he said, but he said someone got the third biggest pop behind Rock and Punk. Punk's reaction was nowhere close to the Undertaker's. I love CM Punk, but I was there. It was Rock, Undertaker, probably Cena, Punk, Jericho. But yeah, it was. Orton was up there. Orton might have been higher than most of those people too. But no, this match, oh man. When they both looked up and the cell came down, that place, I can't even explain it, but I had to tweet. Like, it was ridiculous. This match, I loved this match. I feel like Off the Rope Show actually touched on this. This is where I'm getting this analogy from. It's kind of like the two Michaels matches where 25 was a better match, but 26 told a better story. It was the same way of this. Last year's match may have been better, like the actual wrestling, but just the moment, because you thought, okay, Undertaker could lose here. You know what I mean? All this Shawn Michaels stuff. When Undertaker went for the tombstone and got pushed into the Sweet Chin Music pedigree, you have no idea. You have no idea. The entire crowd all stood at once. I thought it was done. 100% over. He kicks out. And that's what I understand Jake's point about. I hate false fit. Jake, you were just looking for stuff to nitpick. You need to knock that off. But he was complaining about false finishes. False finishes is what makes a WrestleMania. You look at the false finishes. Rock Cena. If they would have just fought and then boom, attitude adjustment 1, 2, 3, it adds to the bit. Think of Money in the Bank. I'm talking to Jake right now. You love the Money in the Bank Punk Cena match. There was tons of false finishes in there, so you just gotta keep your story straight. But no, that false fit. Oh my gosh! Like there's some false finishers where it's like, okay, he hit a tombstone, but it's only been like 10 minutes. That one, done. I thought it was done. It was like the perfect end. DX kind of reunion hit it on him. But when he kicked out of that, the place went nuts. And I'm sure it came through on TV, but oh man. And then what were some other big pops during that match? Oh yeah, then you had Triple H doing his final little suck it thing into the sledgehammer shot and the tombstone, 1, 2, 3. Crowd went nuts. And after not yet. It was the 20-0 thing. We were all just kind of taking it in. Everyone was still cheering. But when they all helped each other up and walked up the ramp and they stopped and looked around at the top of the ramp and hugged each other. Tears. Oh my gosh. My whole section was like crying. Not so much the kids because they kind of, but like the people my age, like from the 20, like that grew up with these guys. Oh my gosh. I'm serious. They were everywhere. I was tearing up. I said I would on the review because you never know with Taker. Like Sean's done, Triple H. As much as we talk crap on him, you got to respect what he's done for so long. And Undertaker, don't even need to explain it. So that was emotional. Oh man, I was kind of sketched out when. I mean, you had to separate the. It ended up being a good place to put it in the end, in my opinion, because you didn't want to have all the stuff right in a row, the big emotional stuff. But oh man, when that match was over, the people when they walked out, the whole crowd, once they left, was just dead silent, just kind of like, holy cow, that could be it, just like crying. It was the craziest. It was incredible. It was emotional, but and then they did a good job of separating. They did a lot of time in between that and the next match. People were still dead for the next match, but then you had the Hall of Fame. All the dudes came out. Edge, huge pop. Loved seeing Edge again. He had his cut hair. We saw it at Axxess. I have some pictures on here of him. But he had his own entrance, obviously, like Michaels did last year. And so it was awesome. People were going crazy for Edge. Thank you, Edge was the chant going on at that point. But then they went into the Team Johnny versus Team Teddy. Oh, man. Or wait. I think I might have skipped the chicks. I don't know where the chicks... Was the chicks match before Undertaker or after Undertaker? It was before Undertaker. I skipped it for obvious reasons. But yeah. Maria Menounos, whatever. Dude is staying on the back of her pants or makeup, whatever it was. That match was what it was. The crowd did not care. Oh, it was so funny. Literally everybody took a bathroom break. I tried to take a video of like masses of people leaving. You thought the show was over at this point, just because everyone was leaving. It was hilarious, but it was what it was. What do you expect? This Maria Menounos is very attractive, so that's cool. They got the win. All right, moving on. So then they did the Team Teddy versus Team Johnny, and the crowd was dead. They did not care because they just got done with Taker. We're still kind of regrouping here. So this match was dead until like that last sequence where they did all the flips over the top, and Santino was trying to get in. Zack Ryder went all crazy. Then the crowd came alive because there was some sick stuff. When Ryder went all nuts and he hit he hit something. Ryder, he did. It was something right before when he went for the Rough Rider and Miz pushed him, threw him onto Dolph. Oh, it was the monkey flip where Dolph did the full circle. And then he did that and everyone was going crazy. He went for the Broski, Eves, Hosky, Low Blowski from Hosky. But so it got messed up. Miz hit it. The crowd was into it at this point because it got a lot of action at the end. 1, 2, 3. Team Johnny wins. It was mixed because you had the smart marks that like, oh, John Laurinaitis, like I wanted that team to win, but oh yeah, John Laurinaitis, like just being an idiot. And then there was the people that wanted Teddy to win because it's the good guys, you know what I mean. So it was a mixed reaction, not like a huge pop by any means, but definitely better than how the match started. It definitely got better as it went along because I was like, man, people do not care about this. I was excited to see Dolph and Miz and all the dudes I like in it. No one really cared. And then after the Team Johnny, Team Teddy was WWE title match CM Punk versus Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho's entrance was awesome when all the lights went out and the fireworks. But there was like dudes behind me just hating on CM Punk the whole time. That was an ugly kick. Oh, this is stupid. Why do people like this guy? He's one of the worst wrestlers I've ever seen. Look, oh, that's an awfully placed kick. Oh, this is so boring. Oh, if Jericho doesn't win, we riot. I'm like, dude, just settle down. No matter what Punk did, he would not get credit for it. These dudes was hating on him. But it was pretty mixed. There was a lot of people that wanted Jericho to win. Here at the C, YM Punk, Y2J, CM Punk, Y2, all that, those kind of chants. Great match though. A lot of cool. It wasn't like I don't know if I'd say it wasn't as good as I thought it would be because it was a good match, but it wasn't like Jericho Michaels or Michaels or whatever. It wasn't like what everyone was billing it like. It could be the next Jericho Michaels. It wasn't that by any means, but it was a good match. Um, Triple H Undertaker was the best match on the card, just all around. Rock Cena was awesome too, but so yeah, CM Punk. It was a good match. Everyone was into it. A lot of cool stuff, jumping off the counters into the walls of Jericho were off. This match was way good, and everyone was into it. Well, it's what I say about when they were all technical at the first, no one really cared, like I always say. But by the end, obviously everyone was into it when he hit GTS and they countered into that, and he had him in the lion tamer, all that kind of stuff. And then when Punk finally made him tap, they went crazy. Punk's entrance was awesome though, where they do the fireworks would go, fireworks, then looking my just fireworks everywhere. I'm pretty sure they showed it on TV, but I have it on my phone video. It was awesome. So I was excited to see Punk, obviously. So yeah, good match. Punk ends up winning, makes him tap out. The Anaconda Vice, it was dope. So I was freaking out. And then you had the Funkasaurus come out. I don't know how it went over on TV. Like I could see watching on TV, like, this is stupid. But oh man, right when his music hit, everybody's hey. But you saw Raw, you saw WrestleMania. That crowd was alive. They would roll anything out there, and they were going nuts. It was awesome. I love being in a crowd like that. It was my first live event, and it was WrestleMania, so I was kind of just awestruck here. I mean, televised event, but it was nuts. So you got the Brodus Clay thing, whatever. It was something to break up the show. We had a good time. But when they showed Rock Cena on the Titantron, like the picture, oh my gosh, that crowd, we went nuts. We knew it was time. A year in the making. It was finally time. They showed I loved it. The highlight when they showed the highlight package from with like Jericho and Mike all talking about it, and then the We Are Young song. 78,000 people all in unison singing that We Are Young song again. Have it on my phone. It was awesome. Just hearing that many people sing a song together, but also saying CM Punk's song together. We all sang Cult of Personality. That was fun. We all sang a lot of songs together. It was just a big night for all of us. But no, Machine Gun Kelly comes out. P. Diddy Combs, Sean Combs, whatever he is now. He came out and introduced MGK and Skylar Grey, and everyone was like, okay, whatever. This guy's for Cena, so we're gonna boo him. But we all like this song deep inside. We're gonna boo because we don't like Cena. Oh, but when he goes, this is more than a wrestling match. Tonight, millions of people turn to see one of the biggest egos get beat. Oh man, that crowd, boo! Like one of the biggest underdogs. Oh my gosh, Cena is such an underdog. I mean, he has not beaten everybody there is to beat. His record at WrestleMania does not make The Rock's record look like a piece of crap. But Cena's the ultimate underdog. He never wins a match. But so he performed. Cena's music hits. Comes out in his new. It's ridiculous, dumbest looking shirt I've ever seen. He's just feeding into the hype here of the Fruity Pebbles, but his shirt is dumb. My cousin Bryce loves John Cena. He admits his shirt's stupid. It is, but he comes out, mixed reaction, obviously, more boos than cheers, but he got more cheers than I thought. Let's put it that way. I mean, you expect nothing more than mixed, but it was a lot more cheers than I expected leading up to this. So he comes out, doing his normal stuff. They love me here. They love me here. We love you everywhere, John. So he comes out, and then they play the Flow Rider comes out, sings Good Feeling, whatever, Good Feeling, yeah. But then he played Wild Ones. Oh my gosh! And then it was at this point I'm just freaking out. So I'm like, okay, The Rock, the Rock. We all know my love for The Rock is about to come out. So I'm just I'm listening to Wild Ones. I'm just going nuts. Everyone's going crazy. Fireworks everywhere, and then it hits. Yes, there goes the roof. If the roof was there, it's gone. Luckily, there was no roof, but place erupts, and I'm just dying of laughter because I'm so excited to see The Rock, and I'm filming this. All of a sudden, I see The Rock say, "I'll walk all the way down here. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna look up. I love that all the dancers are holding this pose. He walks all the way back down, all the way to this side." And the dancers are still like, oh, geez, we have to stay like this for days. So he walks all the way back, kind of stands there for a second, says what's up to Flora, and once he starts his walk to the ring, the crowd erupted again. Oh, it was so sick to be in this crowd. I can't explain it. But they go, And they get in the ring, and he gets up, does this, and I got lots of pictures. Oh man, so many pictures. But yeah, crowd just going nuts. It was awesome. I've obviously never been to a televised event, so I'm not used to this kind of crowd. But there you go. There's Rock for you. He's up on the thing. But yeah, the crowd was ready. I didn't really like how they tried to play off the whole Hogan Rock thing at 18 before the match started, where they did the whole "you look this way, I look that way." All right, now I'm gonna look over there. You look this way. Kind of looking around because the crowd was live, but it wasn't WrestleMania 18 crowd for that match. But they tried. It was a loud reaction, but it wasn't the moment that the other one had, where people were just going ape. But it was, it's cool. Whatever. I know what they were. I see what they were trying to do. Just got a tweet. I'm gonna shout out whoever just tweeted me. Shout out to, it's loading. It's probably gonna be like my mom. Shout out to my mom. Got a tweet from some chick. Not gonna shout her out. She's an idiot. But yeah, we're at the 40-minute mark. My bad. But this is a fun trip. So yeah, we roll through. They do this whole thing. And they lock up, and when Cena threw Rock down, ooh, that place was like, hey, don't do that. That's mean. And then Rock threw him back down. And then when they did the whole Survivor Series thing where it was Rock says, huh, whoop, lay down, kip up, front flip, arm drag, boom, pin, 1, 2. Cena gets in the corner like, ooh, I wasn't ready for that, though. So that was cool. Just seeing Cena's face, like, okay, he's ready. That was cool. That added to it. The crowd went nuts, and then all of a sudden, the "you still got it" chants ensued. Many things ensued, and then they go on to, just lock up for a lot, trying to get the whole who's the stronger guy here. And then once they actually got into the match, it was a lot better. They went. I'm trying to think. Oh, Rock, you can't see me into the DDT. Cena hit the 5-knuckle shuffle. Rock kicked out of the AA. Rock kicked out of the AA again. Cena kicked out of the rock bottom. Rock went for the people's elbow, but Cena caught him and tried to put him in the STF. Cena got him in the STF, passed out, got to the 2 arms down and popped back up. Cena kicked out of the rock bottom, like I said. Rock got out of the sharpshooter. Cena did. Kicked out of the people's elbow. I thought that's when it was over. I don't like when he wins matches by the people's elbow, but if you remember, he won it with it at Survivor Series. He's won with it. He beat Hogan with it, but it was after a bunch of rock bottoms. But I'm just saying that was kind of the move we all kind of expected. But when Cena, the biggest, oh crap, I think he's gonna lose, was when Rock jumped off the top rope. Cena rolled through, put him up, and hit the big one. Everyone thought it was done. 1, 2. My mom's making fun of me because I'm jumping. Like, no, he can't. No, I was just so mad. But wasn't to be. He kicks out. And then Cena. Oh, and then Cena, the big leg drop off. That was sick. Even though I almost broke The Rock's neck, Jonathan. I got pictures of that. My mom was. I'm not trying to take pictures. I'm taking this all in. But so that was awesome. But then when he went for the people's elbow, when Cena says, the crowd said, "Don't you dare!" He says, "Ooh." He runs over. Rock pops back up. Rock bottom. 1, 2, 3. Rock wins. Crowd erupts. Oh man, such a loud reaction because it was a mixture of pure joy and I think surprise. I think we all thought John Cena was going to win. I thought I was prepared for it. I was like, oh, John Cena's going to win. It's going to be stupid. But I can't explain the jubilation. The jubilation of the moment. And that's what, that frustrated me. Yeah, I just realized being there and then listening to people that watched it from the TV just being on a computer. Well, I just don't like how it happened. It's just like Cena's the company guy, so it's not good for The Rock to win. Okay, that bugs me so much. I don't, because I know more than anybody. because I'm at a computer. I know that. I don't know. But that moment, I don't care about. It's not good. Cena's the company. That moment will never be forgotten. When The Rock won and that crowd. That's in here forever. Jumping up and down, just like little kids, everybody. Little kids crying because Cena lost. That was hilarious, but whatever. There was some dudes that were taking it a little too far, like making fun of the kids. I was like, they're kids, man. Just let them be. But yeah, that moment, oh man, and it was a shock moment because we all thought in our back of our heads, okay, it's the company guy, John Cena. But yeah, it's like it was. I like it, and hopefully this does something different with Cena. Obviously, we saw him get laid out by Brock already. Rock's going for the WWE title, so look for that. But yeah, but just that moment, and then everybody walking out of the arena is Rocky, Rocky, Rocky. Everybody going nuts. Cena finally loses clean. Finally, John Cena has lost clean. But seriously, I don't think you're gonna be able to catch. Like, I'm sure you saw it enough on TV to know that the crowd was going nuts when he won. But I think I have. I started filming right after the 3, and he was going crazy. I think it's this one. Let me see. Yeah, it's this one. You can't hear very many things at all. Everyone's going too crazy. But then he got up on the rope and the fireworks, and the place just went nuts. I loved being there. It was probably top weeks of my life. Being there was incredible. Matches were good. The crowd was awesome. Loved chanting yes, 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 yes. Obviously loved that Rock won, Taker won, Punk won. And that's one thing I did notice. I love CM Punk. Love CM Punk. CM Punk's my favorite current wrestler by far. But it wasn't until being there live, seeing CM Punk's entrance, Taker's entrance, and Rock's entrance that I realized Rock and Taker are up here, and Punk. I was excited to see CM Punk, but when Rock came out and Rock won, I mean, you can't fake your feelings. You know, I was going nuts. Taker's entrance, and when he won, when Punk came out, I was like, this is really cool, but it's like compared to how I felt when Rock and Taker came out, it's just no comparison. So that's why I realized, like, man, these guys really are better than the days nowadays. Because these two, I was going nuts. Punk, I was freaking out too, but it's like didn't feel on the same level. If you know what I'm saying. So that was interesting to me. But we're at the 47-minute mark. So if you watched it, and I understand that WrestleMania is in the past, so this might not get as many views. But that's fine. I just wanted to do it to explain some stuff. Some people asked for it, so I'm gonna give it to them. But that's all. Got the book. Got some autographs. Got finally the Rock has come back shirt. Got the end of an era shirt. I actually like this shirt a lot. That's the back of it. It says WrestleMania 20, end of an era. Triple H vs. Undertaker. And then I'm sure some people had this on TV, but there's that. So that was sick. Got a lot of cool stuff. I have more stuff. No, I don't need to show you all the stuff I got, but I'll try to do that video of all the pictures because we really do have some really cool pictures we got to take. But from the Tree of Woe show, from Justin, I hope you enjoyed WrestleMania. I know I did. You guys are all coming with me next year to 29. Let's go. But this is it. Hope you enjoyed this. Make sure to subscribe over here. Whoops. I'm a rookie in the game now. I've been gone for too long. Subscribe up here. Like this video. Leave your comments below on your thoughts of WrestleMania. I know you already commented on Jake's, but I will respond to you on here. So that was your comments to Jake. Talk to me about how you felt, what you thought about watching it on TV compared to my live experience. Anything you want to talk about. I'll see you for the SmackDown review, or a Q&A, or the Raw review. Something. Goodbye. The Rock is the People's Champion.